Okay. Good morning to students. The second in topic 3. The second part production reduction, problem reduction and gameplay. Okay. This is a very important topic. Introduction to problem reduction, gameplay, alpha beta pruning, two-player perfect information game. Okay. Here, problem reduction. What is the problem reduction? An effective way of solving a complex problem is to reduce it to simpler parts and solve each part separately. Okay. Here, problem reduction enables us to obtain an elegant solution to the given problem. Okay. Here, the structure is called as undergraph. Okay. The undergraph for tree is useful for representing the solution of complicated problems. The decomposition of a complex problem generates arcs, which we call underarcs. Clear? One underarc may point to any number of successors, all of which must be solved. Okay? Here, AO star algorithm or problem reduction or undergraph or AO star algorithm. Here, in real world application, complicated problems can be divided into simpler subproblems. Okay, clear? A real world application, complicated problems can be divided into simpler subproblems. Here, in real world application, complicated problems can be divided into simpler subproblems. Okay? The solution of each subproblem may then be combined to obtain the final solution. Here, a given problem may be solved in a number of ways. An undergraph provides a simple representation of a complex problem that leads to better understanding. Clear? Here, for instance, if you wish to own a cellular phone, then it may be possible that either someone gives one to you or you earn money and buy one for yourself. Here, the undergraph which depicts these possibilities is as shown in figure below. This is the diagram. Own cellular phone. The first case, get a gift. And the second case, earn money, get a gift, or next the second case, earn money and buy it. Okay. Here, problem reduction. Here, let us consider a problem now. Okay, this is already discussed last class. This is the algorithm for undergraph. Here, initialize graph with start node. While start node is not labeled as solved or unsolved through all paths, traverse the graph along the best path and expand all the unexpanded nodes on it. If node is terminal and heuristic value of the node is 0, label it as solved, else label it as unsolved, and propagate the status up to the start node. Okay. If node is not terminal and its successors with the heuristic values in the graph, reverse the cost of the expanded node and propagate the change along the path till the start node. And next one, choose the current best path. Okay. And step 3, if start node is solved, the leaf nodes of the best path from root are the solution nodes. Okay, clear? Else, no solution exists. And step 4, stop. Okay. And next topic is gameplay. We are already discussed last class. Here, what is game playing? Game playing is a major topic of artificial intelligence. Okay. What is game playing? Game playing is a major topic of artificial intelligence as it requires intelligence and has certain well-defined states and rules. Okay. What is game playing? Very, very important. Game playing is a major topic of artificial intelligence as it requires intelligence and has certain well-defined states and rules. Clear? Here a game is defined as a sequence of choices where each choice is made from a number of discrete alternatives. Here each sequence ends in a certain outcome, and every outcome has a defined value for opening play. Here games can be classified into two types. Okay, perfect information games and imperfect information games. Perfect information games and imperfect information games. What are the perfect information games? The perfect information games are those in which both the players have access to the same information about the game in progress. Okay. Perfect information games are those in which both the players have access to the same information about the game in progress. Examples are tic-tac-toe and chess and so on. Next, imperfect information game. What are the imperfect information games? Imperfect information games are those in which players don't have access to the complete information about the game. Okay? Don't have access to the complete information about the game. Examples are cards, dice, and etc. Okay? Okay, clear? Here. Okay. Here, very important, Avi. Here. Okay. Min-max procedure, very important. Min-max procedure. Here, what is min-max procedure? Minimum and maximum procedure. Min-max procedure is a recursive or backtracking algorithm. Okay, min-max procedure is a recursive or backtracking algorithm which is used in decision making and game theory. Okay, what is min-max procedure? Min-max procedure is a recursive or backtracking algorithm which is used in decision making and game theory. Okay? Here, this is mostly used for game playing in artificial intelligence, such as chess, checkers, tic-tac-toe, and various two-player games. Here, in this two players play the game, one is called max and other is called min. Very important. One is called max and other is called min. Here, where max will select the maximized value. Okay, clear? Where max will select the maximized value and min will select the minimized value. No doubt? Where max will select the maximized value and min will select the minimized value. Here, the minimax algorithm performs a depth first search algorithm for the exploration of the complete game tree. Complete game tree. Okay. Here, the minimax algorithm proceeds all the way down to the terminal node of the tree, then backtrack the tree as the recursion. Clear? Backtrack the tree as the recursion. Then the backtrack the tree as the recursion. This is the min-max procedure definition. Okay, min-max procedure. Here, min-max procedure. Min-max. Already explained last class. Once again, working up min-max. Once again, I will repeat. Working up min-max algorithm. Here, the working of the min-max algorithm can be easily described using an example. Here below, we have taken an example of gameplay, which is representing the two-player game. In this example, okay, there are two players on is called maximizer and other is called minimizer. Two players, one is called maximizer and other is called minimizer. Here maximizer will try to get the maximum possible score and minimizer will try to get the minimum possible score. Okay. For example, max of 3, 4. That is equal to the maximum value 4. Clear? Min of 17, 6. What is the minimum value? 6. Okay. Clear? Here, this algorithm applies depth first search. So in this game tree, we have to go all the way through the leaves to reach the terminal node. Here at the terminal node, the terminal values are given. So we will compare those values and backtrack the tree until the initial state occurs. Okay. This is the algorithm. These are the main steps. The following are the main steps involved in solving the two-player game tree. Here, step 1. In the first step, the algorithm generates the entire game. The algorithm generates the entire game tree. Let's take A is the initial state of the tree. See the diagram. Here A is the initial state of the tree. Suppose maximizer takes first turn and minimizer will take next turn. Okay. Okay, maximizer and next minimizer, next maximizer and terminal node. Okay. A, B, C, D to D, C to F, G, and D to H, I, E to J, K, F to L, M, G to N, O. And step 2. Here now, first we find the utilities value for the maximizer. First we find the utilities value for the maximizer. It will find the maximum among the all. For example, here, see the diagram. For node D, see, node D, that means node D, here maximize -1, 4. What's the value? -1, 4, maximum value 4. Okay. For node D, -1, 4, maximum value 4. Clear? Next, for node E, here maximum 2, 6. See the diagram? 2, 6. What is the maximum value? Equal to 6. And next for node F. Here node F, the maximum of -3, -5. What is the maximum value? Minus 3 minus 5? Minus 3 equal to minus 2. And next, for node G, what is the maximum of 0, 7? Maximum value 7. Okay. These are the terminal values: minus 1, 4, 2, 6, minus 3, minus 5, 0, 7. Okay. This is step 2. And next step 3. In the next step, that is step 3, it's a turn for minimize. Next turn to first turn to maximize. Next turn to minimize. It's turn for minimize. See the diagram here for node B. For example, node B, this is the minimizer step. See, A to B. See here for node B. For example, node B, minimum of 4, 6. Minimum of 4, 6 equal to what is the value? Minimum value 4. Minimum of 4, 6 equal to 4. And next for node C, same case, minimum of minus 3, 7. What is the value? Minimum of minus 3, 7. Minimum of minus 3, 7. Minimum of minus 3, 7. 7 equal to minus 3. And next step 4, very, very important. Now, next term for, it's a term for maximizer, okay? Minimum to max. Now it's a term for maximizer. And it will again choose the maximum of all nodes value and find the maximum value for the root node. Okay? Maximum value for the root node. Here in this game tree, there are only 4 layers. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Hence, we reach immediately to the root node. But in real games, there will be more than 4 layers. Okay? Clear? In real game, there will be more than 4 layers. Can see the diagram for node A. For node A, maximizer. For node A, what is the value? Maximum of 4, 3, minus 3, 4, minus 3. Maximum value equal to 4. 4, minus 3. Max of 4, minus 3 equal to 4. This is the example 1. Very, very important. Minimax procedure. Min-max procedure. Very, very, very important topic. And next, example 2. For example, here example 2, the time complexity. What is time complexity? As it performs depth first search for the game tree, the time complexity of min-max algorithm is order of Bm. Here where B is branching factor of the game tree and M is the maximum depth of the tree. And next, space complexity. Space complexity of min-max algorithm is also similar to the DFS, which is order of Bm. Here, what are the limitations of min-max algorithm? What are the limitations of min-max algorithm? First one, gets really slow for complex games such as chess, Go, and etc. Next one, this type of games has a huge branching factor and the player has lots of choices to decide. Okay. Here, note down, this limitation of the minimax algorithm can be improved from the alpha beta pruning. Okay. This limitation of the minimax algorithm, clear, can be improved from alpha beta pruning. Okay. Yes. This is the example to draw the diagram. Here levels, max, min, max. First one minimum. Here, what is here the min of 2, 5 equal to okay, max. This is the max. Max of 2, 6 equal to 2, 5 equal to 5. Next minimum value, min of 5, 7 equal to 5. Min of 6, 3 equal to 3. See the diagram. Min of 2, -2 equal to -2. Here max of 5, -3, -2. What is the maximum value? 5, 3, 5. Clear? What is the max of 6, -3 equal to 6. Max of 3, 2 equal to 3. Max of 2, -3 equal to 2. This is a game tree generated using min-max procedure. This diagram shows a game tree generated using min-max procedure. Draw. Take down the diagram. Okay. And next, very important topic, alpha beta. Here, this is the alpha beta pruning is a modified version of the minimax algorithm. Okay, very important one. This is alpha beta pruning is a modified version of the minimax algorithm. It is an optimization technique for the minimax algorithm. Okay, it is an optimization technique for the minimax algorithm. Here there is a technique by which without checking each node of the game tree, we can compute the correct minimax decision, and this technique is called pruning. Okay, clear? This involves two threshold parameters, alpha and beta. What are the threshold parameters? Alpha and beta for future expansion. Clear? This involves two threshold parameters, alpha and beta, for future expansion. So it is called alpha beta pruning. Alpha beta pruning. What is alpha beta pruning? Alpha beta pruning is a modified version of the minimax algorithm. Okay? Modified version of the minimax algorithm. The alpha beta pruning is an optimization technique for the minimax algorithm. There is a technique by which without checking each node of the game tree, we can compute the correct minimax decision. Okay. So this technique is called pruning. Here this involves two threshold parameters, alpha and beta. Alpha and beta, very important. Alpha and beta for future expansion. So it is called alpha beta pruning. Here step 1, alpha beta pruning can be applied at any depth of a tree. And sometimes it not only prune the tree leaves but also entire sub. And next step 2, the two parameter can be defined as alpha and beta. The alpha means the best, that means highest value, the best choice we have found so far at any point along the path of maximizer. Here the initial value of alpha is minus infinity. And next one beta parameter beta, the best, that means lowest choice, lowest value. The best choice we have found so far at any point along the path of minimizer. Okay, clear? The initial value of beta is plus infinity. Okay, what is the initial value of alpha? Initial value of alpha is minus infinity. The initial value of beta is plus infinity. Here pruning of nodes makes the algorithm fast. And next important point, condition for alpha beta pruning. What is the condition for alpha beta pruning? Alpha greater than or equal to beta. Okay. What is the condition for alpha beta pruning? Alpha greater than or equal to beta. What are the key points available in alpha beta pruning? The key points, first one, the max player will only update the value of alpha. The max player, important point, the max player will only update the value of alpha, only alpha. The min player will only update the value of beta. Min player will only update the value of beta. While backtracking the tree, the node values will be passed to upper nodes instead of values of alpha and beta. And next step 4, we will only pass the alpha beta values to the child nodes. Okay, we will only pass the alpha beta values to the child node. Here next important, working of alpha beta. And step 1, see the diagram. So already discussed. Super. Okay, working of alpha beta pruning. Here step 1, at the first step, the max player will start first move from node A. See the diagram, move A. where alpha equal to minus infinity. Okay? And beta equal to plus infinity. Okay. At the first step, the max player will start the first move from node A, where alpha equal to minus infinity and beta equal to plus infinity. The value of alpha and beta pass down to node B, where again alpha equal to minus infinity and beta equal to plus infinity. And node B passes the same value to its child D. Okay, child D. Node B passes the same value to its child D. In step 2, at node D, the value of alpha will be calculated as its term for max. Here, the value of alpha is compared with firstly 2 and then 3. And the max of 2, 3 equal to 2, 3 equal to 3. Will be the value of alpha at node D. And the node value will also 3. Okay. And next step 3. Here now algorithm backtracks to node B. Rather diagram. See that. Where the value of beta will change as this is a turn of mean. Now beta equal to plus infinity will compare with the available subsequent nodes value, that is min of alpha comma min of infinity comma 3, that equal to what is the value? Minimum of infinity comma 3, minimum value 3 equal to 3. Hence at node B now alpha equal to minus infinity and beta equal to 3. Okay, clear? In the next step, algorithm traverse the next successor of node B, which is node A, and the values of alpha equal to minus infinity and beta equal to 3 will also be passed. And next step 4. At node E, max will take its turn and the value of alpha will change. The current value of alpha will be compared with 5. So max of minus infinity comma 5 equal to 5. Hence, at node E, alpha equal to 5 and beta equal to 3, where the condition alpha greater than or equal to beta. So the right successor of E will be proved. Clear? Successor of E will be proved. Okay, clear? And algorithm will not traverse it, and the value at node E will be 5. And next step 5. Here at next step, algorithm again backtrack the tree from node B to node A. At node A, the value of alpha will be changed. The maximum available value is 3. As max of minus infinity comma 3 equal to what value? 3. Minus infinity comma 3 equal to 3. And beta equal to plus infinity. Here these two values now passes to right successor of A. Okay, which is node C. Here node C, alpha equal to 3 and beta equal to plus infinity. And the same values will be passed on to the node F. And step 6. And node F, again the value of alpha will be compared with the left child, which is 0. And max of 3 comma 0 equal to 3. Okay, maximum value of 3 comma 0 equal to 3. And then compared with right child, which is 1. And max of 3 comma 1 equal to 3. Still alpha remains 3. But the node value of F will become 1. Okay, clear? F will become 1. F equal to 1. Okay. This is step 6. And next step 7. Node F returns the node value 1 to node C. At C, alpha equal to 3 and beta equal to plus infinity. Here the value of beta will be changed. It will compare with 1. So minimum of alpha comma 1 equal to 1. Okay, clear? Now at C, at node C, here at C, alpha equal to 3 and beta equal to 1. Okay, alpha equal to 3 and beta equal to 1. And again it satisfies the condition alpha greater than or equal to beta. So the next child of C, which is G, next child of C, which is G, will be pruned. Here G will be pruned. And the algorithm will not compute the entire subtree G. Okay, clear? See the diagram. And next step A. Here C now returns the value of 1 to A. Now C now returns the value of 1 to A. Here the best value for A is max of 3 comma 1 equal to 3. Here following is the final game tree, which is the showing the nodes which are computed and nodes which has never computed. Okay. Hence, the optimal value for the maximizer is 3. For this example, what is the maximizer? The optimal value for the maximizer is here 3. 3. Okay. The solution. Clear? This is the alpha beta pruning. Very, very important topic. Very, very important topic. Min-max procedure and alpha beta pruning. And alpha beta pruning example 2. This is the example, no doubt. This is the example, the time complexity order of b power m by 2. Okay, clear? This is the time complexity. This is the example, no doubt. Okay. Next, last topic. Two-player perfect information. What are the different examples of two-player perfect information here? Chess, checker, chess, checker, cello, go, backgammon. Here, chess. Chess is basically a competitive two-player game played on a checkered board with 64 squares arranged in an 8 by 8 square. Okay, 8 by 8 square. Okay. But chess is basically a competitive two-player game played on a checkered board with 64 squares arranged in an 8 by 8 square. Okay. Here each player is given 16 pieces of the same color, black or white. Black or white. These include 1 king, 1 queen, 2 rooks, and 2 knights, 2 bishops, and 8 pawns. Here each of these pieces move in an unique manner. The player who chooses the white pieces gets the first turn to play. For example, the players get alternative chances in which they can move one place to at that time. The objective of this game is to remove the opponent's king from the game. Okay. The opponent's king has to be placed in such a situation where the king is under intermediate attack and there is no way to save it from the attack. This is known as checkmate. Okay. And next game, checkers. Checkers are draughts, a two-player game played on a checkered 8x8 square board. Okay, clear? Each player gets 12 pieces of the same color, dark or light, which are played on the dark squares of the board in 3 rows. Here, the row closest to a player is called the king row. The places in the king row are called kings, while others are called men. Okay, clear? Kings can move diagonally forward as well as backward. Men can move only diagonally forward. Okay. Here a player can remove opponent's pieces from the game by diagonally jumping over. When men places jump over king pieces of the opponent, they transform into king. Okay. Here the objective of this game, the checkers game, is to remove all the pieces of the opponent from the board, or by leading the opponent to such a situation where the opposing player is left with no legal move. Okay. And next, Othello or Reversi is a two-player board game which is played on an 8x8 square grid with pieces that have two distinct bicolored sides. Okay. The pieces typically are shaped as coins, but each possesses a light and a dark face, each face representing one place. Okay. Here, the objective of this Othello game, is to make your pieces constitute a majority of the pieces on the board at the end of the game. Okay. By turning over as many of your opponent's pieces as possible. And next game Go. Here Go game, it is a strategic two-player game. In which the players play alternatively by placing black and white stone on the vacant intersections of a 9x9 board. Okay. The objective of this game is to control a larger part of the board than the opponent. Okay. To achieve this, players try to place their stones in such a manner that they cannot be captured by the opposing player. Okay. Here, placing stones close to each other helps them support one another and avoid capture. Here, okay. On the other hand, placing them far apart creates an influence across a larger part of the board. It is a strategy that enables players to play a defensive as well as an offensive game and choose between tactical urgency and strategic planning. Here, a stone or a group of stones is captured and removed if it has no empty adjacent intersection. Okay, clear? Here, that is, it is completely surrounded by stones of the opposing color. Okay, clear? What is it? That is, it is completely surrounding by stones of the opposing color. Here, the game is declared over and score is counted when both players consecutively pass on a turn, indicating that neither side can increase its territory or reduce that of its opponent. Okay. This is the Go game. The next two-player game, backgammon. Here, it is also a two-player board game in which The playing pieces are moved using dice. A player wins by removing all of his pieces from the board. Okay. Although luck plays an important role here. There is a large scope for strategy. Okay. Here, with each roll of the dice, a player must choose from numerous options for moving his checkers and anticipate the possible counter moves by the opponent. Here, the players may raise the stakes during the game. These are the two-player perfect information games, very, very important. Second unit topics are Minimax procedure, alpha beta pruning, two-player information games, and problem reduction. That is Yevustar algorithm. Very, very important question. Okay, thank you.